Today is a very important video. I'm going to present to you why most young men will stay broke and lost until 30. And most importantly, how to avoid being one of those men. When I made my first dollar through entrepreneurship, I unknowingly awakened the conditions of abundance. That was the genesis of my ascension. Yet, the uninitiated remain oblivious to these intricate conditions. To disregard them is to invite the poison of stagnation, sabotaging all inspiration into inevitable decline. Today, I will reveal the principles, the precise actions and missions that allowed me to engineer an ecosystem of relentless financial triumph. This is the elite level of intelligence that very few men reach. I will distill these three universal truths into three foundational pillars. The first one being inputs, outputs, and lastly, environment. The first law of ascension, input control. Ascension begins with mastering inputs, what you allow into your system. Now there's the physiological aspect and the mental and energetic. The food you consume, the substances, the entertainment, the media, and information. It is imperative that you control the origin of what you consume. You need to guard your consciousness, reject data that is contradicting to beneficial beliefs. This includes negativity, limiting doctrines, fabrications, and misinformation, which, like I mentioned earlier, you find in entertainment, media, and web information. The vanity of mainstream deception. Now, if you don't use social media to your advantage as someone who produces rather than consume, I want you to get rid of your TV, delete your IG, and ignore your conspiracy theory ant. The biggest plague of them all is pornography. The input is a potent instrument of self-sabotage. Its consumption, well, it decimates potential and far more. Now, I want you to substitute this habit with rigorous fasting. If you find it too hard to resist the urges, I want you to spend as much time as humanly possible outside. You shall not remain alone in privacy. Should the struggle persist, your only resource is divine proximity. In simple words, that means get close to God. Porn is literally from the devil. And so your only defense against it is God and faith. Now the outputs. The master's formula unveiled. Your transformation hinges on mastering three sacred domains. First, the law of utterance. Master your tongue, for it dictates your destiny. Your mindset sculpts 90% of your existence. Gratitude breaks cycles of perpetual desires. All tools for dominion are within reach. The missing element is action. Unreasonable action, your path to inevitable triumph. You need to take intense amount of actions. This is the producer's mandate. Generate, cultivate your physique, absorb knowledge, architect your dominion, embrace failure. Each setback makes you even better. Change defeat into insight. Every loss is an opportunity for learning and growing. Strive for 1% improvement each day. Beware of falling into the trap of overthinking, for it breeds inaction. True wisdom is forged in direct experience. You are only a couple of failures away from success, so pursue it. Lastly, your environment and its hidden influences. Your surroundings shape your potential. You need to master them. Your friends, well, the law of association clearly says that your inner circle dictates your trajectory. Their influence is profound. They have severe anchors. Discard those who deplete energy or betray ambition. Cultivate alliances. Retain those who honor your time and effort. Anything less warrants immediate excision. Conventional academics rarely lead to true autonomy. Unless your destiny is a conventional profession, such as a doctor, a lawyer, or a judge, the system is a cage. Consider freedom. If not committed to the 1% path, remain in school. Reduce your effort to what is minimally viable. Fulfillment is not found in conventional accolades. School offers a forced structure, but siphons vital energy and time. Do not leave school prematurely without having fully committed with yourself to a path of self-improvement and one towards success. You need to understand what you're getting into. You'll face a lot of rejection for the next coming decades if you make this move. Employment, the work imperative. You control your inputs, discourse, consumption, focus. If you apply this discipline to the workplace, you need to adopt the mindset, I'm here to collect my paycheck and leave. You must stay in a job for the cash flow until your own business sustains you and surpasses your work income. Any job, as low as it may be on the food chain, as long as it leaves you with enough time and energy to work on your business, that job will do. And as long as it covers your living expenses. Never kill opportunities. If you stumble across a rich client at work, why would you kill the opportunity of building a relationship with him, of making him remember you every time that he steps out of the store? Don't be an idiot. Remain sharp and stand out from your coworkers. It doesn't mean that this job isn't important, that you shouldn't take it seriously. In everything that you put your mind to, you should excel at and strive to be the best out of all your peers. Opportunities are very likely to materialize when you align every variable in your favor. All this information is very nice and may have given you a little bit of dopamine, but implementing these teachings is what's most important. Unfortunately, I can't go into the specifics of how to apply these, especially considering that each one of you have different lives and circumstances. If you value your time, energy, and money, and you want a shortcut that is not a get-rich-quick dream, you can check the first link in the description. That's it for today.